Jim has led the charge for making Rhode Island a much better place in terms of setting an ethical tone for government. He has introduced an awful lot of legislation that's been very positive for economic development, very positive in terms of getting people to do better in the state, in the business world. Why does Jim deserve the award? He's been in the Senate for 19 years. In those 19 years, Jim has always put himself behind service. That this is the type of award that's given to very few people. I'm just delighted that Jim Sheehan, who's getting the award tonight, is the recipient. And of course, I want to congratulate him, and I want to congratulate his family, and I also want to congratulate Common Cause for making the decision it made in giving the award.
During the 18 years that I represented Common Cause at the State House, I had only met a handful of public officials who regularly and consistently sought to make genuine reforms. Senator Jim Sheehan is a history teacher, and he understood the dynamics of political life and why it was necessary to work day in, day out for reforms, even those that might not be popular. Sadly, he was too often alone, or nearly alone, in that effort in the Rhode Island State Senate. During the decade-long campaign for separation of powers, Senator Jim Sheehan worked both publicly and behind the scenes to try to challenge those centuries of legislative control. With his mentor, Senator Mike Lenahan, Senator Sheehan worked to convince legislators to act against what they considered their existential interests in re-election. So, Jim Sheehan, I'm saying thank you tonight, and I'm very happy that Common Cause has decided to honor you for your work, not only in these areas that I've mentioned, but in others.
As a historian, I realize the great sacrifices that were made to bring this democracy, this republic, into being. And I certainly appreciate that. And I've traveled, I've lived abroad, I've actually lived in then West Berlin to see the differences, the stark differences between a democracy and an authoritarian regime. It is every person's responsibility. As again, democracy is not what we have, it's what we do. It's incumbent upon all of us to share in and making sure that this republic survives. And to do that, we must hold government accountable and make sure it works for the people and not against the people. And I think in particular, these times are very challenging, and I think every person is called upon to rise to the occasion and do their part to make sure that this republic endures for another 200 some years. Again, this is a great honor to receive this award from Common Cause, such a distinct organization that dedicates itself year in and year out to making government work better for the people. I thank the board for this honor. I thank John Marion. Again, I thank those who introduced me, Dr. Phil West, Dr. Ed Mazie, and my family for permitting me to do the work that I do in government. It's an honor, and this will be one of the things that I remember for all time. Thank you.